Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. It's almost the end of the week for you, those of you that work a Monday through Friday job. Me, I work Saturday, so it's the middle of my week, midweek for me. Welcome. How's it going? If you're new to my channel, my name is Debbie Tona. I'm the owner and furniture painter down here at Tona Transformations, where we paint everything that's not standing still. I will paint you if you walk by. I'm very sloppy with my paintbrush sometimes. I pulled something out of the back. So every Thursday, come on I changed the time, and I know you guys, I'm sorry about that. We started with summer hours here in the store. So now we're closing the store at 4 p.m. During the week, Tuesday through Friday, which has been really kind of nice. Gotta say, getting home at by 5 o'clock-ish and going out and enjoying the rest of my day has been absolutely freaking fabulous. I am loving it. So yeah, at first I thought, well, but we really don't get very many people in between 4 and 5. So I thought, you know what, I was fooling myself. So I did that. So sorry if you're here between 4 and 5, because we're not going to be. But I pulled out this cool thing that I picked up on a recent thrifting trip. Isn't this pretty? It's a wooden shelf. It's beautiful. Yes, I know, all on its own. Don't get me wrong. It's stunning. It's heavy too. It's a nice piece of wooden shelf. But believe it or not, things sell better when they're painted than when they're. So this is going to be a quick one. This won't take much. I was just thinking out loud, I was gonna stain the top and do all that, but I'm not going to. We're gonna do, I think, a white. A white is what everybody wants, either that or black. Why don't you guys vote? When you jump on here, let's say white or black. What color do you want the shelf to be? And we will see. When you jump on, say hi. So think about that while we're cleaning this and getting it ready. So I take Dixie Belle's White Lightning and I put half a teaspoon in my spray bottle, and I leave it in here for my projects. What it is a deglosser and degreaser. I will say that this piece is very slick. Whoever had it sprayed some Pledge or Old English on it more than once. That's why every time I paint anything, I will always clean it first with the White Lightning. It is a granular cleaner. I have it on my website if you'd like to order it. It's amazing. It is designed to be the first step with chalk paint before you paint anything. So I just sprayed it on. When I do big furniture pieces, I will take a couple tablespoons of it in a bucket of water, wash my whole entire piece, and then rinse it with clean water. So I am just kind of wiping it down right now, getting all the grime that's on here. And I got to tell you that I can see the dirt and the grease coming off. I picked up something the other day. What was it? Oh, so I'm cleaning my house, right? I got major company coming this week, major, lots. My husband's birthday is the 4th of July. We have a ton of family coming from out of state, tons. And I picked up something in my living room. And I was like, why does this bird have brown stuff on his head? It was grease, in my living room. My kitchen is around the way. How does that happen, right? So yeah, grease and stuff goes everywhere. I was like, wow, this is embarrassing. And I came off. I went and got some 409 and it wiped right off. But yeah, it's cool. It's amazing when your mother-in-law comes to visit how clean your house can get. Anybody else? I'm not the only one, right? And my mother-in-law is amazing. And it's all my sister-in-laws too. So anyhow, you gotta clean, right? I was talking to a customer the other day. She said, yeah, my husband was so excited because she told him they had family coming. So she just flew in for a minute to grab something. She goes, I got to go home. I got to clean. I have company. Her husband said, could we have company all the time so the house would be this clean? I was like, yeah, I feel you. I totally feel you, right? Anybody else who's on here with me? Say hi. I want to know what color, white or black? I think if I stay within those two, or if you want to buy this, you can tell me what color you want. I just sprayed water, just regular H2O on this, and I can feel the difference. Like it's squeakier as opposed to like slick. It makes a huge difference. Just that little bit of the white lightning cleaner, huge difference. So yeah, I spent my days off. You know, you think like, I know I can't be alone. Like you put stuff like you throw it on a cabinet or on a like my sideboard, my buffet, and like I have this big bench seat in my window. It's my purse. Like I got 3 different purses because every time I change one out, I just leave it there, right? And like all of a sudden, all that stuff all gets put away. The bedrooms that people are staying in, the beds are all made nice and pretty, all dusted, all dusted those rooms. Nobody stays there for 6 months. They're clean now, right? Maybe we should all get company more often. But anyhow, I'm glad, like I'm super excited to have all of our family come. We have a lot of family coming from California. It's where we're originally from. And so I'm very excited to see them. So next Thursday, we will not be having Thrifty Thursday. Hi, Jana. It's actually, well, it'll be at my house. You want to come on over. My granddaughter, she'll be 2. That's actually her birthday on July 3rd. So my husband is July 4th, and my granddaughter was July 3rd. Come on, focus. What is wrong? Same thing that's wrong every week that I use it. Come on. So we're having a big party. It's still fuzzy, isn't it? Let me wipe it. Oh, there you go. Must have been my greasy fingers on it. I'm gonna just stuff this with a piece of 150 sandpaper, real quick, just to get the paint something to stick to. I do this pretty much with everything that I paint. I will scuff the surface. This is the underneath of this shelf, so you're going to be able to see it. So I am going to do paint both sides. And then on this fancier stuff, I won't worry about it as much because it's just harder to sand for one, and you're not going to really touch it. The part that you will touch is the shelf part. So this is the upper shelf. So I have a poll going, black or white. What color should I paint this shelf? I was leaning towards white, but black is really pretty too. So help me. I pulled a color, Dixie Belle's newest color called Magnolia, which is a really pretty white. I have a piece of 150 sandpaper that I am using. And like I said, this is not going to take very long. We're just going to quickly rough it up, right? Just rough it up a little. So I am streaming live on 3 platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I can see all your comments in one place. So if I'm talking to somebody that you don't see on there, that's because they're on another platform that you aren't. Hi, Monica. Hi, Denise. Thanks for joining us. Okay. There we go. Fun. Well, nobody's told me what color, so I'm going to paint white because that's what I picked to begin with. Dixie Belle's Magnolia is another color of white. They have a whole bunch of shades now of white paint. A whole bunch. Try to figure out how to paint this and you'll see it. I don't really think that through. It's a creamy white as opposed to like fluff or any of the other colors they have, which are also white cotton. They have a new color called Crew. They have some pretty shades. And believe me, all the whites are different. They are not all the same. They are all really different. So we're going to go ahead and We're going to sand this back down so that it still has the color showing through of the wood. This wood is pretty. I thought for a hot minute to not paint it. I really did. But I think it'll sell faster if I do paint it. That's just life. You're sitting there going, don't. I get it. But I kind of do paint things for a living. I bought this on my last picking trip up to Oregon. So I'm not going to do a lot of paint on this top area here because I'm going to sand that back off. I want it to just be kind of primitive and rustic. So anybody got any big plans for the 4th of July? I could assume that mostly everybody's going to have a 3-day weekend. Isn't it nice that it's on Friday? And like, remember when it's on Thursday and you got to go to work on Friday? You're like, no. So if you don't live in Idaho, we have what are called illegal fireworks that are sold on every corner. So here's the deal. They're illegal to shoot in Idaho, but they're sold in Idaho. Don't ask me how they've ever done that. They have all the mortars and bottle rockets and all those things that go way high in the sky. Hi, Jonna. How are you? We also have Stephanie on here too. But yeah, they go way high in the sky, like the ones. Oops, I forgot to flip it. Let me get that. Hold on. But it's funny because you got to sign a waiver saying that you won't shoot them in Idaho. Okay. So guess what happens in Idaho? Every single subdivision and everywhere are, hey Jansky, shooting off fireworks. Like, it is unlike anything I've ever seen in any state I've ever lived. Well, I've only lived in 2 states, so I can't actually live in California, and I've lived in Hawaii when I was a little kid for a hot minute. But anyhow, it's the coolest thing. Like, everybody has them. So I'm like, my kids were saying, Mom, are you going to buy fireworks? I said, I don't think so. I think we'll just let the neighbors buy them and watch theirs. Right? Let them waste their money. So you can go sit on any hill in any town, and it's just like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. They're just everywhere. Now, it's not so beautiful when the houses catch on fire because every year somebody's house seems to burn to the ground. So that's why it won't happen in my house. But my neighbors always do. They're going to be the ones that burn my house to the ground. Hi, Jansky. How's life? So yes, so next weekend, next Thursday, I will not be doing Thrifty Thursday because I will be off next week with my family, cooking for 60 people and having a big party at my house. Right? It'll be fun though. I'm excited. My husband's really excited. He's gonna be 70. I'm like, you are so freaking old. He's 9 years older than me, so I'm like, geez, we're getting old. Like, how is it that you're 70? I mean, I'm 60, and I feel like now that I say it like out loud, I'm like, how the hell did I ever get to be 60? I remember. Do you guys remember? I remember this vividly, like when I was younger in my 20s, working with people. Like, I always worked in the office when I was younger, right? And thinking the ladies that were like moms and all that, thinking, damn, you're so old. And I was in my 20s and they were like in their 40s. And I would think, damn, they're so old. Now I'm like 60. What do these young kids think of us now? Oh, like, jeez, insane. Happens fast, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm excited for Emery's second birthday. I'll have to show you guys what I made for her. Hers is July 3rd, which is so bittersweet because my mom passed away on July 3rd, 6 years ago. So when my daughter was pregnant, she said, I hope that Emery's either born on the 4th of July, like Grandpa, or on the 3rd of July. And My daughter actually named Emery. Her middle name is the same as my mom, so it's kind of sweet. So now it's not just a sad day, it's a fun day. It's a day to, rejoice in the generations that come after we're gone, right? So yeah, it's awesome. Well, so I'm just gonna put another quick coat, and I'm not trying to cover this one. I'm letting it be kind of sporadic, kind of streaky, because I'm gonna go ham with sandpaper on it. Okay, I'm gonna go. I want to sand a lot of it off. Wash on, wash off. I'm working on a new YouTube video. I think I can almost edit it and get it done. I haven't done one in a hot minute. I have all these projects that I've been doing videos on that I didn't finish that are just sitting there waiting for me to edit and upload. So I should have a couple here real soon. On July 8th, we're going to be doing our first ever, that's a Tuesday. Remember, so the store hours have changed, so we're closing at 4 now during the week. But on Tuesday, July 8th, I'm going to do a live sale where you will be able to purchase stuff and I will ship to you. Home decor, all the fun things that we have in the store. I have never taken the time to put everything in here on my website. Well, we're doing it now. Not everything, but we're doing the things that we can ship. So furniture will not be in it because it's too hard for me to ship furniture. And you'll have the option at checkout of picking it up locally and shaving on the shipping. Or, if you live in Boise and you don't want to come pick it up, I'll ship it to you. You just got to pay for it, No big deal. I know how Amazon has spoiled all of us and going to the store, so I thought, why not? So I'm going to try to do that every Tuesday. I have a new program that will make checkout and buying super, super easy. I'm testing that as we speak. So that is awesome feature where you'll just check right out. Your shipping will be calculated. I'll come in the next day and I'll put it in the box and off it'll go. So this will be pretty seamless. And the shipping rate should be pretty decent because I have a discounted rate already. So yeah, super stoked. Oh, so that will be July 8th. We have Saturday. I'm going to dry this real quick while we're talking. The window class. We are over here actually prepping our windows as we speak. Ariane's over here behind me, getting them all ready for class. We have a couple spots left for that class. So if you want to sign up, I will be closing out the registration tomorrow afternoon. So let's say you need to register by 5 o'clock tomorrow, or I'm going to close out the class because I can't take walk-ins because I have to be prepared, right? I have a couple spots left, and then that's the last class until just about the fall or the end of August-ish, which will still be summer, but when the kids go back to school, so to speak. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll start again with all the furniture ones and the macrame and all the fun things. So if there is a class that you guys would like me to teach that you saw somewhere, shoot me a message on here. That one fell over on all the crap and it fell, which I need to put another coat of paint on this because it's kind of like my words today. Okay. All right, sound effects. So this paint, as you can tell, covers pretty well, right? This is Dixie Belle's new color, Magnolia. I guess like a Magnolia Blossom, right? About this color. It's really pretty. It's not the same color as Fluff. It's not the same color as their cotton. It's just a super soft white. I've been really digging using all of these new whites that they have together and giving it just a little bit of dimension and movement in my pieces. So, yeah. So anybody have any plans for the 4th of July? Anything exciting? Gary Ann does. She's coming to my house. See you in the morning. Anything, any big picnics, going somewhere, going on vacation, hanging out at home? It's supposed to be 100 degrees here, so I have a pool and some pretty big shade trees. I got a lot of cooking to do next week for lots of people. Like I say, I've got my husband has 10 siblings and all but one are coming. So that means 8 siblings plus his mom. We're all going to be here. So that's cool. I've got my cousins coming with husband, wife, 2 kids, and then their kids, their 3 kids. So yeah, we're all being represented. It's going to be a lot of fun. Plus a lot of family that lives here, obviously. Our oldest son's going to fly in on Sunday for and bring his wife and 2 kids. So we're just really going to have a good time. Really blessed to have everybody just get together, right? We're not getting any younger. When that happens, let me know if you figured out a way to reverse it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to go home tonight. I think probably go swimming because it is warm out. Today is our first like really warm day. It's been getting warmer. Like yesterday in the store, I didn't even turn on the air conditioner. Today I turned it on at 10 o'clock because it was already like 70. It was 76 in here when I got here. I was like, what? It's just musty, like stuffy. You know how that is when the air doesn't move and it's kind of stuffy. So, okay, let me grab a piece of 150 sandpaper. So 150, when I say 150 sandpaper, what I mean is the grit of the sandpaper is 150 grit. I only buy the pro sandpaper from like a paint store. I don't buy like cheap sandpaper from Harbor Freight because it sucks. I like the good sandpaper. It comes in a big contractor's pack. So buy good quality sandpaper if you're going to buy sandpaper. I'm going to go ahead and really sand this a lot. The 150 grit is what I call a ripping sandpaper. So what that means is it will really get down and rip the paint off that I just put on, okay? I'm going to really just go in and let a lot of that wood shine through because I just want it to have that kind of look. A beautiful weathered look. Especially on all this scrolly stuff, right? So if you put your thumb like on the edge of the sandpaper, it will really help you get down when it curves and any kind of curved little thing to get down in there. So this is why my nails, when I get, my daughter's always tells me your nail always goes to the side. That's because I'm right-handed and I'm always using this finger and this one too. These two are always, they're always lopsided whenever she does them. You get my nails done on Sunday though, so we didn't have time to do them. We've been so busy. She's fully booked. My daughter, she does nails and she has a nail salon, and she's been fully booked. And she's like, "Mom, I don't have time to do your nails." I said, "You better find time." No, she always finds time to do my nails. She never forgets her mama. So yeah, we're gonna spend Sunday together and we're gonna do nails and then we're gonna go shopping because we gotta go grocery shopping and buy tons of food because I got family for just about a week. Some for a week, some for 5 days. So I love our family though. It's so fun. When it's funny, my husband comes from 10 kids and they're so amazing. They help so much when they come. It's just such a blessing to have a great family. Like some people will say, I can't stand my family. You know, our family is fabulous. They're so great. So they all help. You know, nobody sits around and watches you work, which is really awesome. So we're going to take my brush and just kind of wipe away see, now we're getting that real, doesn't that super vintage look now? How pretty is that? I like it in the white. I think it's better than if we would have went with the black. Because this wood was so cold to begin with, it's really going to show through. So just use your fingers to get down into those places to get some sanding down. Just remember I'm using a 150 grit, which is the ripping sandpaper. So it's ripping, that's what I consider it, and the 220 grit is the smoothing sandpaper. Hey Dory, how are you? Thanks for coming on, you guys. So good to see you all tonight. You guys are being quiet. Let's just hit the edge up here. Only flip this one over. If you hit this edge too, and this one, it will help you get that super rustic look on this too. Because we want it to kind of all be cohesive, right? So now the shelf, wipe off the dust. All you gotta do is wax. It's pretty, wax it, which will seal it or top coat it. You won't really be able to see this top, but I'm going to sand it down a little bit. I'm going to really get those edges to go and sand a little bit of the paint off. This will smooth it too. Any kind of brush strokes that I had. Really get those edges, because where you stand on the edges is where you get the most kind of distressed look. See how pretty that is now? Then don't forget your sides. You want to distress them too. And the corners. Corners go very well. I'm not going to worry about the underneath part because I don't think that's necessary. So basically, we'll just put some wax on it and hang it on the wall. It's pretty, huh? That's really pretty, actually. You guys want to see what I've been working on? So let's bring. This is my next YouTube video. So I did this table. It's a table I bought on last picnic trip. I put this wood grain on here. I did that with paint, and I'm going to take you step by step through on how to do it. And I did a variegated color underneath. Believe it or not, it's a gray, a white, and a blue. And what that did was very slightly give this table some movement that it didn't have before. It's a really cool sofa table. Was in really bad shape, like the worst you've seen. The before pictures are really bad, but now it's nice and smooth. And the colors are very slight to show through the graining on it, right? Let me see if I can get this camera to focus on it. So I did this with a wood grain tool to make it look like wood. But I did do a YouTube on that, so if anybody's interested, I will post that soon with the link as soon as I get this thing staged. And then this thing over here, let me show you one more thing. There we go, out of focus again. Story of my life. So this right here, whoops, focus. Look at this. This is a little vanity that I painted for my granddaughter for her birthday. Now, the fun thing about this is that it's fun size. So, this is me standing next to it. So it goes like right to my thighs. So it's what, 2.5 feet tall at the bottom. And then in the drawers, I put strawberries. So all she could say when she looked at it was, Mima, strawberry, strawberry, Mima, strawberries. There's different strawberries in this drawer. She's so cute. This is her birthday present. So she gets to have that one until she outgrows it. And then, of course, I make her a big girl one. But isn't that adorable? So cute. It's perfect for her little two-year-old self. She can just walk and check it out. But one other thing I want to show you guys is, let's see if it gets blurry. The lights are all off in the store right now because we're closed. But let's take you in the dark. I just put this potting bench out. It's so cute. Who needs a potting bench for their backyard? Flippin' adorable. Just made this. It's got the cute shelf. It's pretty tall. It is, let's see, I'm 5'2". So it's, you know, about 6 foot tall at least. It has the space right there. It's all reclaimed barnwood, and then the shelf on the bottom. It's freaking adorable. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I haven't even put a price on it yet. Cute little shelf to hold things. So, well, you guys, thanks for joining me. Oh, and I just put these out too. Like, these are so cool. I forgot I brought these back from the cooking trip. I got all these wire milk baskets. Rusty, freaking phenomenal baskets on my picking trip. I got 6 of them. Super cute. So, well, thanks for watching today. I appreciate you guys so much. So remember, Vintage Window is this Saturday. If you want to sign up tonight. I am going to close that class. And then we've got the live sale starting on July 8th. So I won't be Thrifty Thursday on next Thursday because I will be gone. But on that next Tuesday at 4:30 Mountain Time. So 6:30 Eastern, 7 or 5:30 Central, and 3:30 Pacific. And I will have stuff on there that will be able to be shipped. All the fun stuff in the store so that you guys can shop. You know, you can see the stuff, you can help me out, you can help you out. And instead of buying from Amazon, you can buy from someone that works her butt off to bring you beautiful things. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. If you have questions, let me know. My name's Debbie Tona. I'm at Tona Transformations. We're at 1407 2nd Street South in beautiful downtown Nampa. And thanks so much for watching. And I will see you in a week and a half. Okay. Hugs, kisses, and the whole thing. Go home.